And welcome, good morning. Welcome to Today's Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel. Lots of action on this Friday to get you going on one of the biggest weekends of horse racing on the entire year. First, let's start with the Eclipse Awards last night. Weston Hamilton, a local product. He, of course, the son of Steve Hamilton. Weston spent his entire bug year here in Maryland last year. He was a leading apprentice and wins. Ended money earned, and he wins the Eclipse Award last night for champion apprentice jockey last year. So congratulations to our man, Weston Hamilton.
Gotta love it. Another little success story out of South Carolina.
That's right, out of Ellery, yeah.
Ellery
Gorey
Training
Smith.
Center, Gorey Smith, and I watched a little bit of that, and brought a little tear to my eye. So he was thanking everybody from down there and everybody from up here, all the trainers. And Weston, boy, he's come a long way too. He's improved dramatically, I thought, especially over the last 3 to 4 months. So he's one of those riders. Yeah, they lose the bug. Sometimes these kids just disappear. I don't think Weston's going anywhere. Yeah,
and of course, Dale Capuano, one of his main outfit, and he's been winning some nice races for Dale as a journeyman. So congratulations to Weston Hamilton, and congratulations to our Preakness and Triple Crown winner last year, Justify. He wins the Horse of the Year, hands down, no question about it. So good to see another Preakness winner, and he happened to be a Triple Crown winner as well, but go on to win Horse of the Year.
Yeah, that could have been debated, obviously, that one. And newspaper of record, that was the Phillies. Jaywalk got the call there.
Right.
All the Breeder Cup races I've called charts in, that newspaper of record race was as good as I've seen. So, there's, hey, there's going to be a winner. Unfortunately, there's going to be some losers as well. So that's the way it goes. And sometimes really, really good horses don't get that top billing that maybe they should. So we'll see how it shakes out down the line.
All right, so Pegasus Week is off and running down there, South Florida at Gulfstream Park. The Eclipse Awards last night, the 2 big Pegasus races on a star-studded card Saturday down there at Gulfstream. They have 12 races, and it's just loaded top to bottom with nice races. We'll talk about the Pegasus in a second, but real quick, today we kick off the Stronach 5. That popular national wager starts here at Laurel Park. Guaranteed $50,000 pool, industry low 12% takeout on the Stronach 5, just like both pick 5s here at Laurel Park. There's a lineup of races. It'll start right here, Laurel Park, race 9 at about 4:35, and then Gulfstream Park, race 10. That's a stakes race. Santa Anita, race 4, then back to Gulfstream for race 11. That's another stake race. And then we wrap it up at Golden Gate Fields, race 5. So I have a ticket. We'll take a look at that when we get to race 9 later on, but another challenging sequence in that Stronach 5 that keeps paying well week after week.
Now the big field that we set you up with right off the bat. I like Buster's brother a little bit in there. The favorite draws inside. Engelhardt going to be a user on many a ticket. That race is
wide open. That's a maiden 10.
It's your favorite. It's your favorite, the maiden 10, the Carla Morgan race for you.
I go 5 deep on my on-air Stronach 5 ticket. I go 5 deep. That's right. The Carla, the maiden 10. That's the Carla Morgan race. Blew it up on New Year's Day. Knocked me out of a $600 late pick 5 ticket. I won't forget that.
It's a recurring nightmare.
All right, let's. So that's the Stronach 5 Pegasus tomorrow. So you hit the big Stronach 5 today. You have a nice day at the track. You jump on a plane down to Fort Lauderdale, go to Gulfstream. You can still get tickets to the Pegasus, or you can come right here to Laurel Park and you can win a Pegasus prize pack at Laurel Park tomorrow. Cheer on Something Awesome and last year's Preakness runner-up Bravazzo. They're all going to be looking to upset Accelerate, so you can win a cool prize pack here at Laurel Park. Watch the Pegasus races in the sports book with that 75-foot LED wall. If you still want to fly down there, get tickets, PegasusWorldCup.com for all your tickets and information. So I'm sticking with Bravazzo. He's 12-1 morning line. I think the coach, the Hall of Famer D. Wayne Lucas, has him tuned up, ready to roll. We saw a nice feature before our show, Acacia Courtney did, on Something Awesome, the Stronach homebred for Jose Corrales. You get the Hall of Famer Edgar Prado to ride the Grade 2 winner, Something Awesome. He's 20-1. Accelerate your 9-5 favorite in that race.
Yeah, something awesome. I think he's going to be a little bit further back than what he was in some of his tries at Charlestown back here at Laurel. Last try, Laurel was way back in that sprint. Got the tightener.
Right.
See if he can make up that ground. He's going to go off at a big price. But, yeah, and I dug a little bit deeper into this race last night, looked at some other figures and stuff. And, boy, City of Light and Accelerate, if they bring their A game, they've got the edge, but this is gambling. Everything doesn't always shake out like it's supposed to. So I'm going to stick with Seeking the Soul as a price user and Gunnavera. I do think they're going to benefit from the flow that's going to be up front. Seeking the Soul, a dud last year, right? And the Pegasus didn't really pick up its feet, but Dallas Stewart, man, he can strike at a price.
He sure
the
can.
Two-back try behind City of Light when City of Light was kind of dictating was good enough for me to put him in the mix. I look for a little bit of a rebound. You're going to get a big price on him.
All right, so you have two Preakness horses in the $9 million Pegasus World Cup. Race 12 tomorrow at Gulfstream. Gunnavera from the Preakness 2017 class, and Bravazzo, last year's runner-up. Bravazzo came the closest of anybody of beating Justify last year, so I think he pulls off the upset in the Pegasus. What about the $7 million Pegasus World Cup Turf Invitational? I like the favorite, the Billy Mott favorite in there, the 2 Yoshida 5-2 morning line.
Yeah, I like the other Mott as a price channel maker. And there's some issues early sometimes getting this horse to settle. Bricks and Mortar, the 7. Off of a lengthy layoff, ran huge and a little tune-up for this. That horse with trouble right behind Yoshida. I know it was going on the way back, but I don't think Chad would have this horse in his spot if he didn't think he could be 1, 2, 3.
How about Chad Brown winning the Eclipse for champion trainer for a third straight year? He beats Baffert, he beats Asmussen, Pletcher. Strong Chad Brown. Tough. He's tough to beat.
I'd like to have just 6 months of Chad Brown's life, right?
No, I wouldn't. He's not happy. He's not happy. All right, let's take a look here. Let's show a picture of the main track. It's a fast main track. Sloppy yesterday. Nice job by the track crew to have a perfect fast track today.
When yesterday we saw it, Stan, it was sloppy and sealed. Speed was the name of the game pretty much all the way through that race card yesterday. Now we're back to a fast main track. Chill. Rolled in that cold weather. It came in last night. Might have tightened this track up a little bit. We'll monitor the situation, see if any kind of little bias develops early on.
All right, take a look here at Race 1. Race 1, kick off the rolling super high 5 with that low 15% takeout. No carryover here in the opener. We have it every race with 7 or more horses. Race 1, we also kick off the early pick 5. Mandatory payout here on the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. I have a ticket. Let's check it out. A $36 ticket. I go 3 deep here in race 1. It's a wide open nickel going 6 furlongs. I go with the 1, 2, 6, the 2. Sir Rockport, my top pick. Trevor McCarthy, another 2-win day yesterday here at Laurel Park. But I go 3 deep here in the opener. Race 2, I go with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Race 3, my single, my best bet of the day, the 3 Trusty Roll. Looking for back-to-back wins here at Laurel for Hugh McMahon and Katie Davis. Race 4, I go with the 4 and the 8 in there. Then race 5, I go 3 deep with the 2, 3, and the 8. Very affordable $36 ticket. You can study all of our tickets on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at the opener. Wide open nickel going 6 furlongs. I go with McCarthy and trainer Jamie Ness. Sir Rockport, a sharp win. Last out against Beaten Nickel Company. Deeper water today going into the open nickel. But this horse 4 for 8 in the money here at Laurel Park. So I go right in. And McCarthy just red hot right now. And you can't go wrong with the Jamie Ness barn.
The old 7-year-old veteran likes to be up kind of near the pace flow. Ran well, double the cheers. Actually on a raise, ran okay yesterday. There's a lot of speed in here. The great provider who tried to get this line changed. That was my bad. This horse is going to be definitely lower than the 5-2. Early at 3-5, I would not take 3-5 on it, but I think this horse is going to settle in probably about 8-5, 7-5 when it's all said and done. The great provider, awfully quick, had a major excuse last time. Head was turned a little bit when the gates opened. Had to rush up into an internal of 21 and 3. Was spent by the time they hit the top of the stretch. This is a horse that has bounced back off of poor efforts, but it concerns me a little bit. Took them almost 2 months to get the horse back off the claim, to a race. other speed in here. Midnight Cry is in really sharp form right now. A great provider, going to be there a long way, I believe, on the front. I think Goodbye, See You Later on the turn back. This horse was sent to the lead last time in a race, maybe just tried to take the advantage of going to the front. It didn't quite work out. Hasn't won at 6 furlongs, but has won at 6.5. Has won at 7. I think Goodbye, See You Later has a rating gear against this group and can make a run into it.
He's been running this 8-year-old, 16 starts last year, 2 starts this year. He's going to run 3 times here in January. That's kind of what turned me off. He didn't want to load last time, running back in 5 days. He didn't want to load.
He doesn't like to do. His
gate's
not his friend. No, that is true. The gate is not his friend. So you always kind of take a little. You're a little worried with Goodbye, See You Later. Antsy as soon as those gates open.
Okay, all right, so I go against him. We both like the 6, though, the great provider. He has draw a line to that last race. See if he can get back in good form today. Dropping to this level, the great provider should be awfully tough here with that outside post and Joan Rosado.
Yeah, he's going to get pressure. Sing Praises is quick to his outside. Midnight Cry, he might outrun them all. I mean, I think when it's on a fair start, if he just goes, I think he's probably the quickest through the first quarter of a mile, and he can kind of shake free from there. I just think, I don't know. I don't know if he's 100% the great provider that we saw, a few months back. We're going to find out. The jams concerns me a little bit. Looking for a slight little blow up. How about El Grillo? We've been chasing him, waiting for him to make the run. Maybe today is today. Gorham, you're going to get that price with Sheldon, 12-1 on your morning.
All right, Gorham's sharp. He's crafty. So the 5 El Grillo could be a nice long live shot there in the opener. So the old-fashioned wide-open nickel to kick off our early pick 5. You like the early pick 4 today. That starts in the second race. A salty group of sprinters here. Wide-open claimer, 25,000 4 and up, going 6 furlongs. Let's check out your early pick 4 ticket.
And I've got a horse here stand in the second race singled. You didn't have on your early pick 5. So I'm a little concerned. This is Claudio first off the claim. We're going to show you the video spotlight of that in a little bit. Single Claudio, third race, the 3 and the 7, Trusty Roll, Bustin' Hearts. They look like the 2 to beat. We're going to spread in the 4th. A mile. These are 3-year-olds, 50 down to 40. I am not in love with anybody in here, so we're going to spread there. And 2 and the 8 in the 5th to get you to finish it up there. $14 ticket. Gonna need this single to get me started. Let's go. Can we watch that race? January 6th, Claudio, 2 putt. My top selection in race number 2. We're gonna pick this horse up in the barn of Jennifer Shannon. This time the 3, kind of the purplish silks going into the turn. Had to steady a little bit. Watch this move off the duel between Cobb and Shoe Love Shoe, who won the other day, run yesterday, right? Shoe Love Shoe on the lead. Okay, a little steady there, and watch this again. Going to have to wait. Gets caught in a little bit of a box here past the 5/16 pole. Horse moves up 4 wide. That's the eventual winner, I believe. Is it the Vasquez's horse? And watch this. Steady, little check here. Going to have to wait at the 3/16. Well, Baduque got it all his own way, circling.
Sure.
This horse stalled, Stan, basically from the quarter pole to the 8th pole. And watch this finish. Picks it back up. Stiff right-handed drive. Flores, look at this gain through the final 16th of a mile. This horse, he's got some back numbers on his page. He's going to be into the race early. I think Wild Rider, Grecian Prince, maybe your speed ties, but 2-putt. I love this move into Claudio. Confident move up in class. He's going to be my single starting the early pick 4.
Yeah, I might have whiffed here. Claudio sharp, 25% off the claim. He had another 2-win day yesterday, right? With Trevor, Victor Carrasco. To ride this horse, going from a low percentage barn to Claudio's barn. He's 31% here to meet, so I can't talk you off the 5-2 putt. Maybe I was a little number soft, maybe in the buyers his last couple races. Maybe that's what threw me off him. I end up on the favorite here, the 1 Team Tim, looking for a Trevor McCarthy early daily double. This horse a closing sprinter, so I'm not crazy about the inside post, but a real good second 2 starts to go behind Joy Drive, who came right back to win. And this horse, Team Tim, ran well, breaking from the 1 hole into Dave's friend. He was only beat 5 lengths that day. They went 109-1, an 88 buyer last out. And the Dave's friend, Team Tim, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. So I'm on the favorite here in race 2.
Be interested to see what the fans do, seeing that gaudy number, the 88. They really kind of bet a little bit more money into Team Tim, a deeper closer. But he's a horse that we've seen. He doesn't need a duel up the front. He just runs his race, the old vet. He can make the run, teaming up with McCarthy. you see that big race up at Monmouth with him. So, yeah, Team Tim, he's going to be rolling at him late, no doubt.
All right, let's turn the page here. We're going to fly along. Race 3,
right.
we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 12,500. Filly mares 4 and up. My best bet of the day, you have her on top as well. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 3. Trusty Roll, your 6-5 favorite here in race 3. A 7-year-old mare by Trust and Luck. Here's the win from January 6 here at Laurel at 4-5. And she survives the duel and still wins.
Yeah, just kind of under a light hold, nudged along there, taking some outside pressure from My Chesed Charm, a pretty quick horse in her own right. But Trusty Rolls to see you from the top of the stretch, 3/16 pole, gets shaken up there, put to the right stick and pulls away. Aggressive move, wins for 16. We're going to go back for the 12-5, see if there's some takers today for Trusty Roll. I think the only horse she's got to deal with early is going to be to the outside of Bustin' Hearts. They are out of that Bye-Bye Blues race December 21st. I think Trusty Roll, if she wants to go, she's a little bit quicker. But both these horses, if they don't go crazy at each other through the opening 3/8 of a mile, they look like they should hang around, kind of run as a tandem, I believe, around the racetrack.
All right,
3-7-7-3.
All right, cold 3-7-5-6 Superfecta. Katie Davis and Hugh McMahon, they've been doing well together. They have the favorite here in the 3rd. Let's get a quick commercial break. Carry over today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, couple bucks shy of 1,100, and then the late Pick 5 starts race 5 at $50,000 guaranteed. Stronach 5 that starts in race 9. We'll take a look at all of that right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. They didn't. No one took the jackpot down yesterday. Right. There was a couple live singles for a decent price going into the last race yesterday. There's the carryover today, a couple bucks shy of 1,100. But the multiple winning ticket yesterday, 6 out of 6, paid a little over 800. That was a pretty decent payout.
Not bad at all. No, there wasn't any huge payouts if I remember.
Nope.
Right.
Okay. Oh, so all right, so 1,100 in the carryover today. Race 4 also starts the middle Pick 4. We're going a flat mile. Maiden claiming 50,000 straight 3-year-olds here in the 4th race, and I'm on one of the favorites on the outside. The 8 Awesome Agenda could be a big weekend for the Stronach stable and trainer Jose Corrales, and offspring of Awesome again. Of course, they have something awesome in the Pegasus on tomorrow. An Awesome Agenda comes out of a strong race, okay? 2nd career race against Maiden Special Weight. They stretched him out to a mile on a good racetrack January 1st and went to the front that day. It was first-time Lasix and got a little tired, finished 4th, but still dreaming. A half-brother to Kentucky Derby winner, always dreaming. Still dreaming, won that race. Red Gum, who was 2nd, would come back to win. So that looks like a pretty strong race, and this isn't the toughest group of Maiden 50. Maybe that's a main red flag there. Why in for the 50 right away after that good effort against Maiden Special Weight last out? But an aggressive move, and I go with the 8 Awesome Agenda here in race 4.
Yeah, she'll be forward again. I think might have to chase my kind of a long shot pick here, the 1 Starhawk to the inside. Blinkers went on last time, was poised to pounce, but just faded. I thought this horse had dead aim on the leader, leaving the 5/16 pole, but did not kick on. We're going to go 2nd-time route. In maiden claimers, that's a good stat here for Trombuddy. 6 for 21 the last couple years, 29% 2nd-time route with those maiden claimers on the dirt. So Starhawk, they was internals 23 and change, 46 and 4, much quicker than Awesome Agenda's race. Now Awesome Agenda comes out maybe against a little bit better horses. You're talking about Red Gum coming back to win, but a price user here in the 4th with the 1 Starhawk.
Yeah, it's kind of a soft group. Not the toughest maiden 50,000. Starhawk had improved speed last out, first time. Blinkers might be even faster today. Yeah. So you get Pimentel for Trombetta. Top Connections, big price there on the 1 Starhawk. The 4 we both like a little bit as well. McCarthy on this Include, 3-year-old for Rudy Rodriguez. A good 3rd last out late November up there at Aqueduct, going a mile, a race that came off the turf, maiden 50, rallied from far back that day to get up for third behind a winner who'd come right back to win. So this horse has a good foundation underneath him. Second time going a mile today. Blinkers on. That might keep him a little closer early on today.
Yeah, it could. That could. I mean, that winner came back to run a 68 next time out, I think, in one of those starter races. So, yeah, you're going to have to be more forward. El Rojo's a stayer, the 2-horse. I think we'll just sit the trip with Forrest. You know, I think if the 1 and the 8 kind of do get engaged up front, she'll be laying there around mid-turn into the stretch to go ahead and make a kind of steady progression. It was a horse that was indicating he wanted more ground off of those first couple races.
And ran well last out, the 2, El Rojo. All right, let's turn the page. Late pick 5 starts here in the 5th race. No carryover today in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday, paid about $350 yesterday. Always industry low, 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 8 claiming $5,004 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4. The condition, we're going 6 furlongs. We both have the 8 on top here. Day Strike from the outside. Just draw a line through that last race. They tried him 2 turns. That was too far. The race before that, a real good second at this level behind Young American, who comes right back to win. 68 buyer 2 starts ago for Day Strike. That's good enough against this group. He is a big 0 for 15 here at Laurel Park, but 5 seconds and a third. Let's see if Forrest should get a nice trip on the outside. We have a stat to show you for the Damon Deldavico barn here with Day Strike.
Here you go, Day Strike. Damon Deldavico past 3 years at Laurel Park, 7 for 13, 54%, and 10 for 13 in the money with dirt runners, 2 to 1 or less, and in for the 10,000 or less. So there's lower level claimers. When he gets bet 2 to 1 or less, you know, he follows through for the fans.
Sure.
You know,
all
the
right.
chalkers, they get it done. He gets it done. $2.49 is your ROI. Yeah, that's the kicker there. 0 for 15 at Laurel, but Day Strike, 2-back try, awfully sharp. Young American came back. He's won on the raise, right? So
Sure.
He'll sit outside the speed of Thaddeus, I believe, and be able to kind of grind him into the ground. He's going to have to look in his rearview mirror. There's going to be some horses making a run late. I think you're going to see a run from Grosco, the 4, who's coming out of a decent try, going longer, now shortening up, and Tippett. Tippett, I'm going to toss the last, but this horse will run back to the 2-back try, I believe, where it made a nice run into Corazon. So.
Yeah, I have Tippett as a price here in my top 3 and on my early pick 5 ticket. 9-2 for Scott Lake. It didn't run well last out, but a real good second 2 starts ago, going 7 furlongs. Jomar Torres, I think, will be coming late on the 2 Tippett. So we like the same 4 horses there in race 5 with the 8 Day Strike on top. Race 6 will kick off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming $32,000 for 3-year-old fillies. I have the 2 on top. You like the 2 a little bit here. Sip of Sunshine. Got back in decent form last out. This horse had won 3 in a row. A big 63 buyer against Open 20,000 last October. They tried the Maryland Juvenile Futurity, and that was just a little too tough. Some tough fillies in there, but she got back in good form late December here at Laurel. A good third against Allowance Company. Now this 3-year-old daughter of Freedom Child takes a drop down into a claiming race. Jorge Riaz aboard for John Salzman Jr. I have the 2 Sip of Sunshine on top here, getting back down to her level.
It's a tough race again. I had a real trouble lining this race. I think I've got the 9 too high. The 7 might be a shade too high on the odds. And Little Miss Ray Lennon, you made it. Their blinkers on. That wasn't on the first cut of the PPs that I had. I probably would have adjusted down a little bit on Miss Ray Lennon. I'm going to use that. I got a little stat on this horse for Englehart, the 9, Miss Ray Lennon. He's 29% with 3-year-old fillies, first-time blinkers on the dirt. That works for me. This is a filly that got bet down in debut, ran big, ran like a seasoned horse, and all of a sudden, no good on the turf. Forced in, trouble, rushed up into a quick pace in the Maryland Million. Off a little bit of a layoff, another trouble, a stumble at the break against a good field. She draws outside. I think she can handle the chase of Sip of Sunshine and maybe hedge on by at a price. I like the 1 as well here. Ferris Allen, clearly back to the right level. It was an visually impressive debut at Delaware Park. Tried longer against better, turning back, Wicked Awesome is going to work in here with Caramanos from the inside.
Oh, you both like the 1. I didn't use the 9, Little Miss Raylan, but a decent price there. And of Georgie Vargas Jr. and Jerry Engelhart, they're 38% together in a positive ROI. So you're right, this filly did have a good, an impressive debut win last August. They bet her down to 2-1 that day, and then she's fallen apart since then. But yeah, you did rattle off some good excuses there. She didn't break well last out, and she's getting a drop today.
Yeah,
right?
and that blinker stat kind of caught my eye
And
when
the
I
blinkers
received
on,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
the blinkers wasn't on my initial PPs. Saw that this morning, kind of did a little bit of an audible for a bigger price here. And let's go to the outside.
All right, so I have the 2 on top. We both like the 1. We both like the 7 a little bit here. You made it. Gets the blinkers on. Decent debut win last October. It's an okay 5th last out behind Knockout Kid, who was second in that race, and she came back to win. I like Knockout Kid, I believe, on Saturday is my best bet tomorrow.
Okay.
Pimentel on this filly, back on this filly today for Trombetta. Blinkers go on. The 7, You Made It, a homebred for our Larry Johnson.
I like the move, back, and it's a positive ROI with the first blinkers. When looking at that for Trombetta, debut I thought was better than the number. We talked about that last time. Actually tossed her into the mix last time out, but was under pressure early. It just never kicked it in. Hopefully those blinkers bring a little bit more focus today.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 7 will kick off the final pick 3 of the day. Here we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,004 and up. A in 6 months, never won 4 is the condition. We have a cold 6-7-4-1 super here in race 7.
Right.
The 6, Humboldt Street. The gray 7-year-old son of Two Punch. Just a good-looking horse. Dale Capuano has it. He was in very good form back in late 2017. And then he came off a long layoff last August at Timonium, ran well at Timonium. This ran a couple of okay races, but he ran very sharp last out at 10-1. A real good 3rd with a 62 buyer. It looks like Dale Capuano has this Maryland bred back in good form right now. He's a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. Toledo back aboard, and we're both on the 6 Humboldt Street here.
Yeah, another race with not a lot of speed. Humboldt Street was hung out wide against pretty good fractions last time out. Finally got back to a race what I thought he hadn't. I've been chasing him. You're not going to get 10-1 on him today. He and Glory Hound look like they're going to be the controlling speeds around the racetrack.
All right, so it's the 4, Sevy, the 10-year-old for Scott Lake, Harold Cedeno. We both we like the 4, and the 1's gonna Patrick McBurney. Don't like the inside post, but this horse taking a little drop in class.
Yeah, this horse could kind of hedge up and get really good position on the speeds turning for him. I don't think this is a horse you can leave out of your exacta.
Okay, I skipped over the 7-year Glory Hound. We have a video spotlight to show you of this 5-year-old from last July here at Laurel Park. Here's the win against Open. Oh, I'm sorry, this was against 8,003 Life this day.
Yeah, just kind of hounding the other speed, dueling with a true gentleman. The horse has kind of held okay form, going a mile and going about 7/8 of a mile. But Glory Hound at 6-5 this day was coming off of a good win. Didn't disappoint. Look at this, razor sharp on the correct lead, rolling away under the left-handed stick, going to widen by 3 and change. Then, they got a little ambitious. Let's go for the State Bred A other than. Not too bad of a race. Then Maryland Million starter, 30-1. Didn't run that bad. 4th only beaten 6 behind T Sizzle. So Glory Hound, is this the right spot? A little bit of a freshening. Look at that move, 61 to 180. They're over 20% with an ROI of over $3. So 6 or 7 gets it done here for me in race 7.
All right, so 6-7-4-1 all day long there in the 7th. Let's take a look here. Race 8's going to kick off the late daily double here in race 8. We're going a mile in the 16th, claiming 12,500, 4 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. We both have the 7 on top here. Total Ontario. We have a video spotlight to show you of his maiden score right here at Laurel Park, January 4th. For trainer Jonathan Maldonado. He was the heavy favorite this day, 2-5, and he gets the job done with Victor Carrasco.
How about this? Lost a little focus maybe after getting the lead, and then battles back under a strong right-handed ride by Carrasco. This horse off the 5.5 race was showing to me that he wanted to stretch out. Didn't run bad in a slop. Put it all together here. Look at this horse going back away. Okay, very eager through the line for the maiden 10. He's figuring things out. I don't know if that race was quite a 67. I'll check with my man upstairs, Willard. But I love the improvement here of Total Ontario on the stretch out.
All right, yeah, he looks awfully tough. This is not the toughest two life going long. The 5 we both like a little bit here. We made it. 7-pound apprentice Ty Liapustina had a nice win yesterday. I believe it was for Rudy
Yes,
Sanchez
yes,
Solomon
it was
yesterday,
on the
right?
front end. Yes.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
yep. And then she won on this 4-year-old. Son, congrats 2 starts ago against Maiden 10. A good second at this level. Last out on the sloppy going. So the 5 we made it. I think live here in race
Sure.
8.
Going back out, can this horse keep sustaining onto the 2 turns? That's going to be the biggest concern for me. Free to Chump sits a trip as well. This horse has done well since going back out to a mile. Now we're going to go 2 turns. I think that's maybe going to work out even a little bit better for Free to Trump. 1 for 22 though, but I think he picks up a piece here. This horse is going to sit a dream trip just off the speeds.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 9 is going to have a lot of national attention. We've noticed these the races that are in the Stronach 5 sequence. They get played from all over the country as race 9 is going to kick off the popular national wager, the Stronach 5, with that guaranteed $50,000 pool. They put well over $100,000 into it each week. It's paid over $50,000. Before it's paid $29,000 a couple times. It paid decent last Friday to a bunch of winning tickets. And here's the sequence of races. Starts Laurel Park, race 9 at about 4:35 Eastern time. Then goes to Gulfstream Park, race 10. That's the $60,000 Persea Starter Stakes, going 7 furlongs on the main track. Then Leg C, Santa Anita, race 4. It's a maiden special weight, going a mile on the turf. Gulfstream Park, race 11 is Leg D. That's another $60,000 starter stakes. The Andromeda for 3-year-old fillies, going a mile on the turf. Then we wrap it up at Golden Gate Fields, race 5, maiden special weight for 3-year-olds, going a mile. I have a ticket for today's Stronach 5. Let's take a look. I have 2 singles, 40, a very affordable $45 play. Now, race 9 is not an easy leg to get out of. This first leg here at Laurel Park. It's a wide open maiden, 10,000, 4 and up, going 6 furlongs. I go 5 deep here in this first leg, the 1, 7, 8, 9, and 11. My top pick is the 11, Zephyr Train at 6-1. The 1, the Mason Factor, will be one of the favorites, but he's been a beaten favorite his last 2 starts, but he is taking a drop today. You get Trevor McCarthy on an interesting 8-1 long shot here. The 9, Nono Pietro, making his first start in the Cal Lynch barn. Blinkers go on. You get McCarthy. So I go 1, 7, 8, 9, 11 here at Laurel Park. Race 9 to kick off the Stronach 5. The second leg is going to have a popular favorite in this race, Gulfstream Park. Race 10. The 5, Uno Mas Modelo, is 6-5 for Javier Castellano. So I single on the 5 there. Santa Anita, the third leg, I go with the 2, 3, 4. And then the Gulfstream Park, race 11, the fourth leg, I go with the 5, 6, 7. And then I wrap it up with a single at Golden Gate Fields, going a mile, 9-5 on the 2, No Name Fred. No Name Fred for Bob Hess. My single there at Golden Gate. So you can study that ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. You're with me on these maiden 10s being wide open affairs. Get a little creative and see if you can get a long shot winner to knock a bunch of people out. You go with the price here. The 12 on the outside. I didn't use. Buster's brother, though, showed speed last out for trainer Ann Merriman.
Interesting. Yeah, the blinkers came off 2 races back. You can toss a sloppy sealed surface try. Last time was into it. Strong internals, 21-4, 45 and 4. Comparing those, I mean, they were better than 3 in Life, 25,000 girls, but that was Autobahn Express, some good horses. So Buster's brother, I think, can bounce back equal. This horse is a horse that was kind of steadily running into form for me. Finally, everything clicked last time. Second time, blinkers off. Yeah, there's some other speed, but we've got the right kind of rider in Cedeno that can nurse this horse along, maybe sit just off of it, sitting outside. Had to be used from the inside in a 14-horse field last time. Now we're going to get a little easier positioning. Won't have to be used quite as hard. I like the improvement of the 12, Buster's brother. The 7's going to benefit. I know 77 Force has made runs the last 2, shortened up last time, even a more sharper run. One of these 2, I guess you got when Engelhart takes his edge, he's awfully tough to leave out. So I'm not going to use him on top. I'm going to use him underneath in the exactas. So 12-7, 11-1 for me in the nightcap. Buster's brother.
The one's going to be one of the popular favorite here in race 9. We both basically go against him. I use him protectively. Been the beaten favorite the last 2 starts. So his maiden special weights at Finger Lakes aren't too tough. He was beaten heavy favorite up there. Beaten favorite last out in a bottom state bred race up there at Aqueduct. He didn't run very well last out at all. This horse has some clunkers in him.
Yeah.
He's top connections. He'll be well bet. He's taking a drop here. It's a soft group. He's going to have to break sharp, I think, from the inside and try to get good position early on here. Because he's in a big field here, breaking on the inside.
Yeah, look at his workout. January 17th, worked faster than most of these horses run.
Sure.
We'll
Maybe
see.
it's morning glory. We'll see.
We're gonna find
He shows up today for maiden 10. How about Creepy the Crab? Good second last out, but Creepy can't put back-to-back races together. It's going to take him another 3 starts to run well. But we wish Creepy the Crab well here in race 9.
Yep.
He'd blow it up here in race 9. Go as deep as you can here in the 9th race to kick off the Stronach 5. I go 5 deep. That's it. We're out of time.
Yeah.
Good luck today as we kick off Pegasus World Cup weekend. Well, we started yesterday. Now we're really cranking it up.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Robbins coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.